Great, we can begin. Hi, Lindsay. Cool. So let's find a comfortable seated position, whatever that is for you. As always, feel free to grab anything that makes you more comfortable, whether it's a cushion under the sit bones or sitting on the sofa. And take a yawn. Why not? Yawning's always good. You can make it deliberate. You can move the face around a little bit. And then let's close the eyes. And as you close your eyes, feel exactly where your body meets whatever you're sitting on. So you can really feel the pull of gravity rooting you in one place. Hi, Nathan. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down with the eyes closed so that you can better sense what's going on in the body. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down a few times until you feel the shoulders become almost heavy, sinking down the back away from the ears. Notice where your hands are resting, perhaps in the lap or on the knees. Feel the weight of the hands on your skin, on your clothes. Hey, Jordan. And as you're sitting here with your eyes closed or the gaze down the nose, you're taking this moment to arrive in the space to welcome yourself to your practice. And this morning, we're going to focus on a heart-centered flow. So we're going to connect to our heart space, which is very much linked to our sense of compassion for ourselves and for others. What is known in the Buddhist practice as well as loving kindness. So that sense of radiating a warm, kind attention to others and to ourselves. But it can also be more about the physical element, what we're going to do today, of about moving away from any potentially problematic postures. So rather than the shoulders hunching in and all that stuff that we might do as we're kind of stressed leaning over a phone or a desk, we're going to feel for expansion across the chest, moving towards a better posture. So there's two things that you can focus on for your own personal practice today. You might want to be thinking more about the physical aspects, or you might want to be connecting more to the kind of emotional, spiritual, energetic aspects of what the heart space represents. But either way, let's take a moment to place one hand over the heart, over the chest. And this can really be a gesture of presence with your body. So letting yourself know that you've arrived to your practice and you're here to listen. Take a deep breath here. And as you breathe deeply, notice the rise and fall of the chest with every breath. And you can take this moment of warm, kind attention towards yourself to ask yourself, hey, how are you doing? And check in, like what's actually going on in there. For some, it can be comforting to make a circular motion across the heart space here. So it's like a self-soothing way to place your hand on your heart and to let yourself know that you are here, you're paying attention. And whatever your answer was to the check-in, to the how are you, we welcome that into this space. So we're welcoming all the parts of everyone into our yoga practice today from our own homes. Take a deep breath through the nose and a big sigh out the mouth. Blink the eyes open. You can maybe make yourself smile here. And know that we're all supporting each other from home, even though we might have our doors closed. So we're coming into seated with the legs crossed. You can either have the feet kind of in front of each other, or if it's better for you to stack the legs. Just find what works. And then again, roll the shoulders up, back and down quite deliberately. Exaggerate that movement, make it really big. And then make kind of claw hands with your hands and take the padded parts of your fingertips, the thumbs pointing towards your hips, behind the body, so that you might need to walk the hands quite far back depending on the length of your arms, and use that to pop your chest up, to tilt your chin up, so your shoulders are really rolling back and down, your chest is reaching up, your chin is tilted up, and you're feeling that expansion across the chest. Take a few deep breaths here, and you'll still be able to feel that rise and fall of the chest with every breath. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale it to the knee. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, glide it down to the knee, and we'll take some circles here. So you can let your head hang heavy if that's comfortable. So the body kind of really flops forward, back and round, kind of loose and heavy like a rag doll. Notice what sensations arise in the body here as you move in your circles. Do you feel it in the back, the hips, the legs? What's going on? Change the direction of your circles. And then sit up tall, so you're lengthening the spine, lifting up through the crown of the head. You can tuck your chin ever so slightly here to lengthen through the back of the neck. And we're going to do a few seated cat-cows, so just as we do on our all fours, but this time we're seated. So inhale, roll the shoulders back, chest forward. You've got an arch in the back here. Exhale to scoop the belly back, round the back, chin to chest, gaze down. Inhale, scoop chest forward, roll shoulders back, deliberately arch the back. Exhale, round into the back, lean back. Inhale, gaze up, chin tilts up. Exhale, chin to chest, back rounds. Take a few more of these in your own rhythm of breath, and feel free to add anything. So you might want to come back to your circles there, but with more of a scoop forward and a round back. Nice. From here, you're going to pop the feet out in front of you and take your peace fingers to touch each other. We're making a bind with the thumb here around the big toes. So you might need to pop your socks off if you've got socks on, because we want to wrap the fingers and the thumb around the toes. And what we're going to do here is kind of wriggle back, so we're right on our sit bones, and hover the heels above the floor. The arms are on the inside of the legs here. And then you might notice that everything starts to scoop round in the back here. So we want to deliberately, again, lengthen the spine. Feel for reaching up and away through the chest. And then experiment with straightening one leg out to the side. It might remain quite bent. That is fine. Bringing it back to center. Trying to keep your balance. Engaging the core to take the other leg out to the side. And back to center. And let's do that with the breath. So inhale, right leg out. Exhale, center. Inhale, left leg out. Exhale, center. Now follow your breath here, remembering to avoid letting the upper back round. So we still want to pop the chest forward. You can tilt the chin up as well here. And finally, we'll bring both legs out. So you might have really bent knees. You might be wobbling all over. You might have really straight legs and be in stillness. Anything's good, so long as you're feeling that expansion across the chest, that opening across the chest. Take a few deep breaths here. And then there's two options. You can either come from this position to bring the feet together and come into this posture, or you can come into a supported Navasana. So you've got your hands actually behind the thighs by the knees. And once again, let's deliberately roll the shoulders up, back and down. Pop the chest out. Take a few breaths here, wherever you are, hugging in the lower belly, hugging in the lower ribs. And then slowly take the feet to the floor, so the feet plant on the floor. The hands come back, fingers pointing to the bum. Inhale, lift the hips, the knees come kind of over the ankles, the shoulders are over the wrists. Exhale, bum lowers. Inhale, reach the hips up to the sky. Exhale, bum lowers. This time as you inhale up, we're going to stay here for a few breaths. Feel free to let the head go if your neck is okay. I'm going to keep my chin tucked. And keep pushing the ground away through the hands. Also feel the feet rooting down as well. Feel for reaching the knees away from the body and keep reaching the hips up, 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 up to the sky. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Let the exhale be what carries you down to the floor. Excellent. From there, take the legs out in front and we'll lead with the heart for our forward fold. So inhale, lift the chest up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, bow down. Hands relax by the side, head drops. Keep thinking about your heart space, your chest, and that sense of inhaling to lift it up over the legs. Exhaling to relax some more into your forward fold. Remember to reach away through the heels and draw the little toe edges of the feet back towards the body in your forward fold. Fine for the knees to be bent as well. Take a few deep breaths here. Breathe broad into the backs of the rib cage. Inhale to roll up and come onto your backs. We're setting up for bridge. This is going to be a dynamic bridge, so we're going to use the breath to flow through some movements. Feet sidle right up to the hips. They're hip distance apart. You might be able to tickle the back of your heels with your middle finger here. Plant the feet down, and as you push down through the feet, inhale to lift the hips up. Exhale, lower the hips down. Option to bring the arms in. Inhale, arms come up behind the body, hips up. Exhale, arms float down by the side. Inhale, hips up, arms up behind the body. Exhale, slow, controlled to come down. Then continue to do this in your own breath. If you'd rather keep the arms out by the side, feel free. The arms don't have to be involved. Up to you. And let the breath carry the movements. The inhale lifts the hips. The exhale is the slow, controlled lengthening of the spine to lower the back to touch the mat. If you were using your arms, bring them down by the side of the body. So you can have palms facing down or palms facing up. It's kind of just what feels most comfortable to you. And then we're going to come up to hold our bridge. So inhale, lift up through the hips. Kind of reach the chest back towards the chin, reach the hips up towards the sky. Feel here for an internal rotation of the thighs. So like your thighs are rolling in from the outside towards each other, down towards the mat. And don't let the knees splay out here. So the knees you could imagine that you've got a few yoga blocks between them and you're kind of squeezing them towards each other. We're going to lower down in 3 parts, so listen carefully. Inhale, hips reach to the sky. Exhale, lower the upper back down. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the mid back. Hips are still lifted. Inhale. And exhale, release the bum down to the mat. Hug the knees to the chest. Rock a little from side to side. we're going to come up to seated. You've got two options. You can roll to one side and help yourself to seated, or you can take the hands behind the thighs and rock and roll up and down the mat a few times. Kind of depends if you're on carpet or a hard floor here, whether this is going to be comfortable or not. Now, if you're doing the rock and rolls, we're going to see if you can actually come all the way up to standing from this. So what you'll do is rock back, rock forward, come to the feet and lift all the way up. This might work, it might not. We'll come up to the tops of our mats, give everything a shake out. How are we doing for time? Okay, great. So we're coming into our warrior one now. So you're going to step your right foot forward and your left foot back. Your left toes point towards the top left-hand corner of the mat. So they're about 45 degrees out. And you don't want to be on like a tightrope here with the feet directly in line. You want some space for your hips. So you can step that right foot out a little bit. Right knee above right ankle, left hip starts to lean forward. So both your hips are facing forwards here. Check in with your foundations. Press down strongly through your feet. Feel for a bit of a lengthening down of the lower back as your left hip squeezes forward. Then reach your arms up by the sides of the ears. From here, we're actually going to take the arms into a cactus shape, so it's kind of right angle arms. Inhale, open the elbows back, tilt the chin up. Exhale, move the elbows towards each other, drop the head. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Float the arms down by the side. And then option here behind the back is to either take hold of opposite elbows like this, or to take hold of the hands so the palms are facing in, the fingers are interlaced. And wherever you are, you're going to first take an inhale to reach the chest up, reach the arms away, and an exhale to draw up and back through the right hip crease as you fold the chest over, dropping the head and letting the arms come behind the body for humble warrior. Press into the outer edge of the back foot as well as the front foot here. Inhale to slowly come up and release the arms. You're then going to lower the back knee down. So you've got two right ankles here. The front knee is above the front ankle and the left hip is above the left knee. From there, squeeze the left glute so you're pushing the left hip forward. You should start to feel that in the hip flexor. You can also kind of squeeze the front foot back a little bit towards the body. Then take the hands to the lower back and feel, you can use your hands here to feel for a kind of lengthening down of the lower back. You're then going to lift your chest up here. So you've got a little bit of a back bend going on. So the left hip's squeezing forward, the left glute is engaged. The lower back is lengthening down and the chest is lifting up. Inhale here. Exhale, hug lower belly in to come up. We're then going to simply change sides this way. So your left foot comes forward. You want kind of a right angle in both legs. This time we're squeezing the right glute and squeezing the right hip forward. Lengthen down through this part of the body. Take the hands to either side and start to lift the chest up. The shoulders roll back. The chest scoops up. And the slight bend comes from the upper part of the spine here. You're still squeezing the right glute, squeezing the right hip forward. And then release. Tuck the back toes and set up for warrior one on the other side. So this time the left foot's forward, the right toes are about 45 degrees. Left knee over left ankle. Arms up to begin with. And sometimes the rib cage wants to flare up and out here, but we're not coming into a back bend there. So we are hugging in the lower ribs, engaging the core, and then bringing the arms to our cactus shape. Inhale, open the arms, tilt the chin up. Exhale, chin to chest, arms towards each other. Inhale, expand. Exhale, round the back a little as the arms come in. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. And then float the arms back like wings. And either take hold of opposite elbows or make the interlaced fingers. You can reach the arms away from the body, feel the shoulders roll back. And then lift up and back through the left hip crease as you start to bow forward slowly with the chest. You can take an inhale for like a halfway lift here, long back, and an exhale to let the head relax, the arms to come back over the body for humble warrior. Again, find to take hold of the wrists as well, or the elbows behind the body. Press down through the outer edge of the right foot as well as the whole of the left foot. Inhale to slowly lift up. Exhale, take a big step forwards. Feet wide, hands to hips, take some circles. And the other way. And then we'll shake off the legs. Come back to seated again. We're coming into Janu Shirshasana, so we want the right leg forward, the sole of the left foot on the inner thigh of the right leg. The left knee comes out to the side. If the knee feels quite like it's coming up a lot and it needs some support, you can stack a cushion under it. From there, turn to face your right foot. Draw the right toes back, reach away through the right heel. And thinking again about our forward fold leading from the heart, we're going to inhale to lift the chest up and exhale over. So we're lengthening both sides of the body here. We're hinging from the hips and the arms come to support us either on the foot, the thigh, the shin, or by the sides of the body. We'll hold this for a count of 5. So inhaling for 1. Exhale. Inhale 2, let the head be heavy. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. Inhale 4. Keep drawing the toes back towards you. Exhale. Inhale 5. Exhale. And inhale to lift the body back up. Swap sides. So left leg straightens, right sole of the foot comes to the inside of the left thigh, right knee rolls down and out to the side. Face your left foot. Deliberately bring the little toe edge of the left foot towards you, flexing that foot. Take an inhale here to lengthen the spine, to pop the chest up. And exhale to hinge from the hip and lift the upper body up and over the leg. Let the hands support you wherever is right for you, and then let the head drop. Inhale for 1. Exhale. Inhale for 2. Keep the foot flexed, reach away through the heel. Exhale. Inhale for 3, breathing broad into the upper back. Exhale. Inhale, 4. Exhale. Inhale, 5. Exhale. And then inhale to come all the way up. And this time, bring the soles of the feet together, the heels quite up close to your pelvis. And the same thing we did at the start, so you can come to cross-legged if that's better for you, or keep the soles of the feet together. We're taking those kind of claw hands behind the body so that you can lengthen the arms back, lift the chin up. Feel that expansion across the chest, the shoulders rolling down and back. Take a few breaths here. And then pop your feet forward and windscreen wiper the legs from side to side with the knees bent. So you can go really slowly or a little faster. And it's time for our Shavasana already. So grab what you need to be comfortable for our final relaxation posture. And then when you're ready, lie down on your backs. If you're like me and you've got a sofa and stuff, it can be really nice to stack your legs up onto the sofa or the chair and relax back there. Find whatever you need and then let the eyes close when you're ready. And we're coming back to a sense of warm attention to our own bodies now. So if it does help you to place one hand over the heart, like we did at the beginning, then that is an option. Feel the rise and fall of the chest with your breath. And feel into this sense of welcoming yourself, meeting yourself wherever you're at. You can also use this time to play a little bit with being your own cheerleader. You can do that using your imagination. Maybe you imagine lots of people giving you a round of applause for coming to the mat today and doing your yoga practice. Or maybe it's simply yourself saying to yourself, thank you. Gently deepen the breath. And as always, if you do have the time, I recommend that you stay here back in your Shavasana and just close down your device. If you're ready to get up and get moving and do whatever it is you need to do today, then slowly wiggle the fingers, slowly wiggle the toes. Draw the knees into the chest, give yourself a big hug. Roll over to one side so you can curl up in a little ball for a moment. And then slowly, keeping the eyes closed or the gaze lowered, make your way to seated. Bringing the palms together at heart center in prayer position. Nod the chin to the chest, bow the head to the hands. This can be a gesture of bowing the mind intelligence to the body intelligence. Lokaha samasta sukhinu bhavantu, which means may all beings be happy and well, and may my actions contribute to the well-being of all. Gently blink the eyes open and you're ready to head out into the rest of the day. Thank you so much for joining me, and may your day be filled with compassion for yourself and for others. Namaste.